What if a cucumber-loving creature dragged you underwater, smiled, and then apologized? Welcome to the strange world of Japan's Kappa. These little guys are like the weirdest mix of terrifying and hilarious you can imagine. We're talking turtle-human hybrids with a thirst for, well, not souls exactly, but something way weirder. Trust me, you do not want to lose a staring contest with one of these things. Before we dive into the river of mystery, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more eerie creatures and dark folklore from around the world. So picture this. You're chilling by a river in Japan, maybe having a picnic, enjoying the scenery, when bam! A scaly little gremlin pops out of the water. That's a kappa, my friends. They're like the guardians of Japan's waterways, but instead of protecting them, they mostly just cause chaos. These guys are straight out of Japanese folklore, legends passed down for centuries. They're not just some made-up monster, they're deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. We're talking statues, shrines, even festivals dedicated to these mischievous little weirdos. Now you're probably wondering what these kappa actually look like. Well, let me paint you a picture. Imagine a turtle, but not just any turtle. Picture one with a taste for human flesh and a really bad attitude. Scary, right? They're usually depicted as these humanoid turtles with slimy green skin, webbed hands and feet, and a beak like a bird. Quite the sight to behold. Oh, and don't forget the shell. It's not just for show, it's like their power source. Think of it as their built-in armor and energy pack. But here's the kicker. Each kappa has this bowl or dish on its head filled with water. This isn't just any water, it's their life force. That water is what keeps them strong. If it spills, game over, kappa's going down. It's their Achilles heel. So if you ever find yourself face to face with one of these guys, just remember, aim for the head. That's your best chance at survival. Okay, this is where things get really weird. Even for kappa standards, you might want to brace yourself for this one. See, these guys have a thing for a mythical organ called the shirikodama. It's not just any organ, it's one that has a very peculiar and unsettling reputation. And where is this shirikodama located, you ask? Well, it's in a place you wouldn't expect. Let's just say it involves a part of the body you really don't want messed with. Yes, it's exactly what you're thinking. Yeah, it's as messed up as it sounds. The idea alone is enough to make anyone shudder. The kappa were believed to extract this shirikodama from their victims, and it gets worse. They didn't just stop there. They thought it contained the human soul. Imagine believing that your very essence was stored in such a bizarre place. So, basically, they were stealing your soul through your backside. It's a horrifying thought, isn't it? Not exactly a pleasant way to go, right? The mere idea is enough to give anyone nightmares. Chapter 4. Cucumber Power. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom with these kappa. They might be mischievous and a bit creepy, but there's a lighter side to them too. They might be obsessed with mythical organs, but they also have a soft spot for cucumbers. Yes, you heard that right, cucumbers. Seriously, these guys are crazy for cucumbers. It's like their ultimate favorite snack. It's like their version of pizza or something. Imagine a world where cucumbers are the most coveted treat. And this is where things get kind of funny. You see, cucumbers can actually be used to keep the kappa at bay. See, if you ever find yourself in kappa territory, you can appease them with a cucumber. It's a simple, yet effective trick. Just carve your name on it and toss it in the river. This gesture is believed to keep them happy and away from mischief. It's like a peace offering to the river gods. Or, river goblins. A small act of kindness that goes a long way. Chapter 5, Kappa Etiquette 101. Now, even though kappa are basically the pranksters of Japanese folklore, they do have a certain code of honor. For example, they're obsessed with manners. If you bow to a kappa, it's obligated to bow back, even if it means spilling the water from its head and losing its power. They're also big fans of sumo wrestling and will often challenge humans to a match. But here's the thing, kappa never cheat. They might be mischievous, but they play by the rules, at least when it comes to sumo. Chapter 6. Kappa weaknesses, more than just spilled water. So, if you ever find yourself on the wrong side of a kappa, what can you do? Well, besides the whole bowing and hoping for the best strategy, there are a few other things that can send these river goblins running. For starters, they can't stand iron or sesame seeds. No one's really sure why, but hey, if it works, right? Some people even used to wear iron charms or carry sesame seeds with them as protection against kappa attacks. Now you might be thinking, okay, but these are just legends, right? And while there's no concrete proof that Kappa actually exist, there have been a surprising number of reported sightings over the years, even in modern times. Most of these sightings happen in remote areas, near rivers and lakes where the Kappa are said to live. Some people claim to have seen them lurking in the shadows, while others say they've heard their eerie cries echoing through the night. But even if you don't believe in the supernatural, there's no denying that Kappa have had a huge impact on Japanese culture. They've popped up everywhere from ancient scrolls and woodblock prints to modern anime and manga, and their portrayal is surprisingly diverse. Sometimes they're depicted as these cute, mischievous little creatures, while other times they're shown as these terrifying monsters straight out of your nightmares. So, are Kappa real? That's up to you to decide, but one thing's for sure. These creatures, whether real or imagined, have captured the imagination of the Japanese people for centuries. They're a reminder that even in the modern world, there are still mysteries lurking just beneath the surface. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, if you're ever lucky enough to visit Japan and find yourself by a quiet river, you might just catch a glimpse of one of these mischievous creatures for yourself. Oh, you thought we were done? We're just getting started. There's so much more to these Kappa than meets the eye. Did you know they're obsessed with medicine and bone setting? Some legends even say they taught humans these skills. And get this, they absolutely hate salt water. So if you're ever being chased by a Kappa, just dive into the ocean. Problem solved. Well, unless you can't swim, then you've got bigger problems. Ever wonder if Kappa are solitary creatures or if they roll in gangs? Turns out they have families and social structures just like us. Well, sort of. They live in communities under the water with elders, leaders, and even Kappa kids. Imagine a Kappa kindergarten. Adorable, terrifying, maybe a bit of both. But don't let their family values fool you. They're still up to their old tricks, playing pranks on unsuspecting humans and causing general mayhem. Here's a thought. What if Kappa have their own language? Like, imagine trying to have a conversation with one of these guys. It'd probably sound like a mix of chirps, growls, and maybe some weird gurgling noises. Some legends say they can actually speak human languages, but they choose not to. Why? Maybe they think we're not ready for their infinite Kappa wisdom, or maybe they just like messing with us. Now, we've talked about the mischievous side of Kappa, but there's also a darker, more mysterious side to these creatures. Some believe they're not just pranksters, but powerful spirits connected to the natural world. They're said to be guardians of the water, protectors of the balance between humans and nature. So maybe they're not so bad after all, or maybe they're just really good at covering up their tracks. If you ever visit Japan, you might stumble across a Kappa shrine. These are usually located near rivers, lakes, or ponds, and they're dedicated to appeasing these water spirits. People leave offerings of cucumbers, sake, and even money, hoping to gain the Kappa's favor. It's a reminder that even in our modern world, ancient beliefs and superstitions still hold sway. And hey, if leaving a cucumber out for a Kappa prevents it from dragging you to the bottom of a river, it's probably worth it, right? Kappa have been a source of inspiration for Japanese artists and writers for centuries. They've been featured in everything from ancient scrolls and woodblock prints to modern manga and anime. Their image has evolved over time, but their mischievous spirit remains the same. They're a reminder that even the most terrifying creatures can have a touch of humor, and that sometimes the things that scare us the most can also teach us valuable lessons. So, there you have it, 50 bizarre facts about Japan's mischievous Kappa. These creatures might be strange, they might be scary, but they're also a fascinating part of Japanese folklore. They remind us that the world is full of mysteries, and that sometimes, the things we think we know are just the tip of the iceberg. Who knows what other creatures might be lurking out there, just waiting to be discovered. Maybe they're even weirder than the Kappa. And maybe, just maybe, they're also obsessed with cucumbers. So next time you walk by a quiet river in Japan, listen carefully. You might hear the soft splash of a Kappa watching you. Don't forget to leave a cucumber. And definitely don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more haunting legends. Who knows what other creepy creatures we'll uncover next? Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And as always, stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay away from any rivers that smell like cucumbers.